Thank you for all being here. When the Attorney General spoke, he said that they are going to surpass ABUJA. I was happy to hear that because every father will want the child to do better than himself. So I'm looking forward to the day that Plateau will be at the apex. It will be there. And we have trained people in Edo, we've done in Delta, they're doing quite well. We started by emulating, trying to get from Lagos what they were doing, because you know, Lagos, they say they are that is they know everything more than any other part of Nigeria. But along the way, we got better than them. So I'm happy to hear that someone is saying, I'm going to be better than you. So let's just start. Are you ready? Okay, the man is us. Hello?
No, the second one.
The second one. The last one. Okay, we're going to start by saying this to everybody here. Because the white people keep giving us this idea that anything they bring in is a foreign thing to us. We've been in restorative justice. Every culture in Africa, we've been in it. So we're only trying to fine-tune it. Before the colonial masters, we're having traditional rulers and they are still doing the same work. So there is nothing rocket science about this restorative justice center. With overseeing power over any other ABUJA center that will be established, units, we are going to call those ones units. So we agreed on that. So next thing we done is they said, okay, well, who is going to oversee it? They said, okay, it will be under the judiciary. They said, judiciary, they don't have the power to build politicians. We said we don't need to build politicians. Put it in the budget. They will pass it. They will give you their money. You don't need to go cap a hand to anybody to get your budget passed. So we eventually agreed on that, because if judiciary is supervising it and there's a structure, it gives it a kind of legitimacy. 3, we also said to them, you are the accuser, and you also want to be the one that will be mediating in what you are accusing someone of. The Ministry of Justice is the prosecuting cast, the people. The police are prosecuting. Now you want to also carry the mediation of the person you are prosecuting before you, and when you have all the facts against the person, it's not going to give legitimacy, and the person will not have trust in the system. So the best thing is to be in the judiciary. But it might not obtain in Plateau State. Whatever you want to do, if you want it in the Ministry of Justice, if you want it in the judiciary, what you feel is the best thing to do, you do it. While the RESTORATIve program will be funded by the government and the donor agencies, just as they are doing here now. I think the scholar that is funding. So those are the things that we decided we were going to do, and we have already established them. Now, capacity building and collaborative partnership. The training of the stakeholders, especially the judicial officers, magistrates, the police, DPP office, all the stakeholders, traditional rulers as well as NGOs, will help us. It's helped us when we started the training. Everybody felt this is our program, and we all wanted to do our best from our own side. The police said, okay, we are not this. We are mentioning the police here that we did agree to remove the case that is before them and say, give it for referral. They've already started doing it. They are happy with it. So it's easy when you bring in people to make them feel that they are part of this program and it must work. If it doesn't work from your own end, you are breaking the chain. So make them to feel that they belong and they know that they are very important in the working of the program. And that was exactly what we did. We brought them in, the police, brought in the correctional center, brought in the human rights, brought in the legal aid, brought the NBA. All of them, they feel that this belongs to them and it must work. So make it work in your own place the same way too. The committee also saw the need to have collaborative efforts with NGOs and the traditional leaders, as they have major role to play in the implementation of the RESTORATIve program in the FCT. Most of these rural, the cultural and traditional leaders, they settle matters there, within them. And sometimes when they might not be able to settle the issues, they can always refer to us are sent to us. And if when we want to reintegrate the offender, it's also going back to their community. So they must be involved. The NGOs are there, very important to us in helping oversee some things. Like when we are having community service, there's some NGOs that are set up for it. So let us work hand in hand. That is the thing that we want to do with each other. Then the committee brought to the notice of the Chief Judge, they need to set up monitoring and evaluation committee. Apart from the monitoring and evaluation committee, there are other committees you have to look into. Things that will be necessary for you to make sure that it works. The monitoring and evaluation is to make sure that whatever is going on, you know how many cases have gone through ABUJA. Is it working? And is there other things for us to do? Who is monitoring the community service group, pre-childhood? If someone is sent to ABUJA center and we say, okay, let's do the person agrees with community service. Who is going to monitor when the person is doing it? Right now, it's our center that is monitoring. They've not set up the committee because we are waiting for the Chief Judge to call all of us and set up that committee. Because we can't keep doing VOM and then also monitoring. It's a lot of load on us. So that is what you have to look at in these states. To know how you're going to set up the committees that will do the work for you. So in conclusion, I was really tired. Restorative justice program has come to stay in our society. It has come to stay in Nigeria. And it is a duty of everybody for us to have a collaborative effort of all the stakeholders for it to work. If you don't work with everyone, you are bound to fail. Don't say it is Ministry of Justice work and you do it all alone, you are bound to fail because the courts will not refer matters to you unless you bring them in. If you say it is not, you are not going to bring the police, you are bound to fail. If you say you will not bring the correctional center, you are bound to fail. But the truth is this: if you work in synergy, it will work for you. If you don't work in synergy, you will break. Then make sure that your documents are all ready. They are all the necessary documents that you need, and have periodic meetings. If you don't do that, things might start falling apart. So the advantages cannot be emphasized at this. More deterrent, economical, and foster better relationship than the conventional retributive methods. I hope the whole of Nigeria will eventually imbibe this. 4 states on the line now, and you are next. So I'm congratulating you in the future to surpass. Thank you very much.
Questions and contributions. Okay, Royal Father.
Barrister Kumu, you did very well, and your paper was well presented. However, I don't want you to give up, especially on the girl-child law, because that one should be passed at the National Assembly. Don't give up. It is a very important law. Recently, they saw some small girls from Plateau State. They have reached Lagos. They went like to do this housemaid work, and they were tortured. And there is no law protecting such children. It's very unfortunate. Drop out of school children. I think the government needs to do something seriously about that and the lawmakers. So you did very well. Don't give up. I have discovered that from your presentation, even in the areas you have considered FCT, in places like Plateau and other areas here, there may be difference. You see, you don't have illegal tin mining there. So, these are some of the things that result into problems here. Cattle wrestling, when we have people maybe call it land grabbing law. There may be crisis, we are forced to leave their ancestral area, and then the government, how to go back becomes a problem. Somebody occupy your land and you can't even go there and farm. So these are some of the issues that here in the plateau is bothering us. So I believe that when we form the team, we will table some of those issues. Thank you for considering traditional rulers. You carried us through. I'm very grateful.
Thank you. The quality of our traditional rulers these days is quite different from what we had in the past. It looks like, okay, please, let's have the microphone to ask.
Well done, ma'am. My question is to this effect that you earlier on mentioned that Abuja is yet to pass the bill. So I would want to be enlightened in the regard, is it that you're facing challenges? If there are challenges, what are these challenges? See that we are a baby state wanting to embrace Abuja. Thank you.
Good. Okay, madam.
Abuja one is just last year that we started, and we are yet to see that it's not that they were not facing any challenges at all. It has not even gotten to the National Assembly yet, because the AG, the CJ, and all the relevant people who are supposed to go through it once more, they have not been able to finish looking at it. So it's not any hurdle at all. We don't have any hurdle. We're not facing. We are going ahead with already knowing that it is something that will be passed. And just as Lagos is also going ahead doing this, and Edo State are doing this. So there is no hurdle for us.
Okay. Thank you very much once more. I think we are done with this paper. And in the absence of that, we give another round of applause. Thank you once more, ma'am. We'll pass them on to the Honorable Commissioner for Justice through his lieutenants who are here. Okay. So where's the photographer?
So that it gives us a very big bargaining chip.
You will let be the prisoner. Yes? All right, photographer, quickly, while we wait for the second paper, the last paper. Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. Overcoming